Are you ever on Pinterest and you see the most perfect outfit for your next brunch date with the girls, but you don't have any similar top to pair with the outfit idea?
Hi, I'm Ruby, a self-proclaimed fashion designer. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get sewing.
Today we're going to be creating a little satin top to go with this perfect brunch outfit idea, even though I don't even have any plans to go to.
I'm using this leftover satin fabric to make today's top, so I'm going to be draping on my body to try and get the low cowl neck shape in front of the top like our inspiration. This is how I want it looking, so I'm gonna mark on the other side of my fabric that is still longer so that I know where to cut. So now I'm going back and pinning it on myself, so I'm gonna pin it on this top that I'm wearing. Be careful to not stab yourself, please. So I'm pinning it inside out with the wrong side of the fabric on the outside so that I can mark out the shape of the rest of the top. So mind you, I'm pinning it right on the top of my shoulder because we're gonna attach straps over there later. I kind of want it to have a defined lower half of the top, kind of like pulling to the back, snatching a little bit. So that's where I'm gonna mark on the side and then mark up the side of the top and also the side going down, just as a guide to know what I'm doing when I'm cutting. This is what the mark looks like on the fabric. A little bit confusing, I know. So now I'm just gonna highlight it and make sure that I can see it more clearly, and then we are gonna find that shoulder mark and then fold our fabric in half. This is the midpoint from the side to the top and the side to the bottom. Now I'm just gonna follow along the slanted line and mark 4.5 inches. I'm marking this to elongate the fabric for the cowl neck design. From that 4.5 inch point, I'm going to mark down 5 inches at a 160-degree angle, and this is going to be the bottom length of the top where it's gonna snatch a little bit, and then we cut out. This is the shape that we cut out. This is what it should be looking like, and I'm just putting it on me to see how it's going to fall on my body. Finding the side points of where I'm gonna pull the top to snatch, we're also going to mark that down so that we can know where to put our straps later on. For the back of the top, the idea is to also have a bit of a loose piece that's also flowing like a cowl neck design vibe at the back. So we're just gonna find a piece that fits from that point from the side that we marked to the bottom of our top. I'm cutting leaving a really big seam allowance because I want the piece to be loose at the back, and I'm also going to do a French seam. Now cutting for the straps, we're gonna start by cutting the shoulder straps, which are going to be 4 inches thick and as long as however you want yours to be. If you want to be able to tie a bow at the back of the top, then they should be longer. I'm just cutting mine as long as the fabric allows me. Taking the long strap that I just cut out, I'm gonna fold it in two and then cut it into 2 pieces, and then at one of the ends I'm gonna make a slant cut so that they have a cute bow detail at the bottom of the strap, and you're gonna sew along like a tube. Now moving on to the skinnier straps, I'm gonna make these about 1.5 inches thick and just cut them out. For this strap, you're just gonna fold it in half, right sides touching, and sew on the side into a tube so we can turn them out later. Now let's get into the tedious amount of ironing that we have to do. We're gonna start by folding over the top piece of the front top. So you're just gonna make about an inch fold and then iron that down, because we're going to be doing double folded hems, and you do the same for the bottom. Also going to be doing the same hems at the bottom of the back piece and on the top part of the back piece. Now that we have sewn all the pieces, we're gonna go ahead and trim any excess fabric if there's any, and do another fold, and make sure you iron this down to make sure your fabric is really nice and straight. And also go ahead and iron your straps. I really love how the straps came out. Taking my skinny strap, I'm gonna fold it in two and then cut it into two pieces, and I'm gonna go ahead and tie the ends of the straps so that they look nice and neat when I put them on the top. After ironing the folds, this is how they're looking like. You're just gonna go ahead and do a top stitch, and that's that. Now onto the side of the top, from the side point where you want to snatch the top, we're gonna do another folded hem as well. Let's talk about how pretty the fabric look in this lighting. It is so pretty. I love it. And this is how our double folded hem on the side panel came out. Very pretty. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach our thick straps onto the shoulder point. Make sure that the side of the strap are aligned to the side of the fabric. I'm using a French seam to attach the strap, so we're gonna start by the wrong sides touching and then put them together. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and trim the excess fabric and then fold them right sides touching and then make our final seam. And they came out so good, so crisp. I'm really loving this. Now onto attaching the back piece to the front piece, we are also using a French seam, wrong sides touching, and then pin them together on the sides. Oops, I'd forgotten about the side strap. So we're gonna sandwich it between the front and the back piece right at the top and just pin it in place. After ironing the seam down, this is how it looks. Oh my gosh, I love how all the seams are looking in this project, making me feel like a professional. But this is the top.